Life is full of choices. Whether it's where to go, what to eat, or how to just have fun and relax. So join us as we discover all about loving life.
We are talking today, the whole show is about your creative abilities and the things that you can do to help let that creation come out of you. And I'm with Craig Brandwine. Craig, thanks for letting me come in, because most people won't let me come into a place like this because, you know, I play with buttons and everything. So I appreciate you letting me do that.
Anytime. You're most welcome.
You're a part of the school here.
I am.
But then you also have a record label.
I do.
Okay.
Yes. It's I'm an associate professor here, Living Arts College. I head up the audio department.
Wow.
And it's one of the 6 disciplines in the BA degree that we offer in 3 years. You can get a bachelor's degree.
Well, that's cool.
So my division is concentration in audio, so digital audio engineering, and production and design. And we run the gamut from psychoacoustics. This is a waveform. This is why it makes sound and all this other stuff, and then go into creating and mixing and what's a commercial record sound like compared to different genres of music. And we try to teach everybody hands-on and get their feet wet in the studio, which we're sitting in right now at an SSL Duality, which is a state-of-the-art console.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
The SSL.
Yeah. Yep. This is.
So now, a lot of people have no understanding of what goes on behind here, because when they hear Justin Bieber singing somewhere, they just hear Justin Bieber's. But there's a whole lot.
Oh, there's a whole team of people
that goes
behind,
beyond, that makes him sound good.
And that's what we do. We're engineers, and everybody that's an engineer also possibly is a musician that wants to play, and it does play and does go out there and do their things. But it's nice to know that you can be in the business if you don't make it to stardom.
Exactly.
You can still have a great career in this business and a lot of fun.
Now let's talk about your label, because this is behind the scenes, and what you're dealing with are the people in that booth in there that do the singing and the playing and all that.
Pretty much hybrid that, yeah. Produce them right, and try to help them as much as we can. We were formed in Center Sound Records was formed in 2007 to really kind of help artists, develop. We're a development artist. We're not sitting there with millions of dollars behind them that we could promote them as like a major label would. So we have very good artistic control with our artists, so they have a lot of say in how their records are coming out and their CDs. I do a lot of television shows and films, Uptone Pictures. I got an Emmy nomination for the Rusty Bucket Kids Club. Wow. It's a television show that I wrote the music for. So, little things like that bring you up a different level, and you start working with different people, and you try to just keep doing what we're doing. There's no magic pill.
Yeah. Well, don't you think the key in there is just to relax?
Yeah,
as
but
much as you can.
You got to realize, put yourself in a vocal booth with just a microphone and a pair of headphones. You got to be so intimidated. And it's scary, especially if you're not experienced in studio recording. It's a scary thing to do, but at the same time, it's very exciting. And what we do is, we try to use our talents to make them relax and get them the best sound. We're working with live bands, and we're working with tracks or track artists or a solo singer-songwriter. It's important that the integrity of their music stand out. They're the most important thing, on the other side of the glass.
Right. So people can for example, if somebody out there is a singer or a songwriter, and they've always wanted to record something.
Oh, CenterSoundRecords.com. We'll talk to everybody. We'll listen to everything.
Yeah.
We're very involved in films with Uptone Pictures, as you know. The last few movies that Uptone has done, I was basically doing everything heard, basically. The music, the location audio, and the post-production. And we're involved in a few projects now. And another really good way for independent artists to get some recognition is to submit some of the music for the films, because the films are going to be marketed. They have to be. And when they market the film, they market the music, and it's kind of an ancillary avenue for monetary reasons as well. At the end of the day, but it's good to get the exposure. So if you get an artist and you get a chance to put a song in a film, I mean, not many people get that opportunity.
It's priceless.
It is, and we in the last one, Destiny Road, placed 8 songs from various artists. Actually, a little bit more than 8, but from all over the world.
Man.
And they're just, it's great. So the soundtrack will be released with the film.
Thank you for being with me today.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Anytime you want to come in and record,
play around, okay.
Play on the piano,
yeah.
we should record for sure.
You heard? Did you hear that?
It's
on
never know.
tape now.
You never know where it goes.
Thank you.
And if anybody's interested in Living Arts College, have them contact the college here at 919-488-8500.
Okay.
And it's 6 different degrees that you can. We'll be glad to show you the tour.
Awesome.
All right.
In fact, I think we're going to take a tour.
Great. And I think there's going to be a tour guide that's going to be amazing for you today.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. We love him. His name's Vince Gardner. So
we're going to be back with Vince Gardner in just a minute. So don't change the channel, regardless of what's going on. Here's my next relax tip for you. Get some nice herbal tea. Right before you go to bed, just make some nice tea. This happens to have chamomile and mint in it. Excellent for helping you relax at night. And also realize you want caffeine free because caffeine will stimulate the system. You want to stay away from that right before you go to bed. Now you can also do this during the day. If you're a little bit flared up during the day, want to relax a little bit, get some tea and drink it. Don't forget to drink that relax formula either. That's really important right before you go to bed. My tip for you today, relax.
Been in a car wreck. Perhaps just now you realize you're hurting in places you never hurt before. Muscle aches, stiffness in joints. Can't find a chiropractor that can help you? Look no further. Dr. Tim Weir is very experienced with car accident injuries. Weir Wellness will even accept a third-party lien and wait to be paid. Your car's being repaired, so should you. Call Weir Wellness now at 919-790-1332. Don't delay.
So if you're one of those people who loves to create, loves art, loves music, but you don't know what to do with it, I'm at Living Arts College, and I'm with Vince Gardner. Vince?
How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing well.
Program coordinator. I'm the program coordinator for interactive media. And like he was saying, we have several different programs here.
What is interactive media? What is that?
Interactive media, well, it's a kind of mixture of a lot of different things. We primarily focus on broadcast design, web, print. We do social media. Mm-hmm. It's a mixture of all kind of really cool stuff.
Oh, that is awesome.
And one cool thing about it, you can get a job in it.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things in the world that we can do with that.
Now, does that include photography?
It includes photography. Photography is one of our specific programs. We have that. We have film as one of our specific programs. Interior design. You just got talking with Craig, which is audio. And we have gaming and animation. And so, we use all of that to kind of create students who know how to communicate really powerful messages for the consumer out there. And the thing we really want students to do the most is we want them to have lots of ideas and concepts in either way. We want them to create, and again, as Craig just shown you, we our students win a lot of awards. In fact, we just won 11 awards in the Addies this year. 11 awards, our photography and interactive media students.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and 2 of our students in the film, we just had 2 students win awards in film at a conference we go to called ProMax. 2 of our students won 2 film awards there. And also, oh Lord, I think 2 of our students also won another award and won the 48-hour film festival.
That is neat.
Yeah, so we like our students to win.
So you're going to give us a little tour of
the
college?
Let's walk this way.
Okay.
What is photography? You're looking at some of the work here on the wall. This is some of our alumni. Addie winner here. Adam Hinos. This is some of the photography work he did right before we even got our photography program. He did everything from ads to photojournalism. This is he won an Addie Gold for what he did.
Now, like if somebody had an idea where they wanted to do their business, some branding for their business. Can they hire you guys to
Yes,
do that?
they can. What we try to do, that's another thing we try to do. We try to really filter students in and get students involved in what we call real world projects.
Right.
And that's important because, you know, in order to get hired out there, employees want to know if you've had some kind of real world experience. So I regularly and bring, you know, real clients in the classroom and work with students and set up like a competition. And whoever wins in that competition, that's the one the employer gets to pick and take along. And usually they get paid for it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
This here is what we call our, nickname our Wall of Fame. If you look up here, all these posters are from different feature films or games. We've had a student work in the background or in some form or fashion worked in this as some kind of previs or worked as DP or some type of person working in the background in one of these films here. So we've had students placed in the industry as well.
That's pretty awesome. Students can call you.
Anytime they need to, me or Matt Kelly or Lamar Shannon, they can call me, but Vince Gardner, yes, I have no problem. We want happy students. But most of all, we want students that are going to take their future and run with it.
Yeah,
That's what we want.
that's really cool. So if you're looking for a place where you can call home, that you can learn what is already in your heart and learn how to do it better, go to this website right here and check them out. You'll be glad you did. Thanks for letting me be here, man.
Thanks, Tim.
Good to see you. Hey, one of your greatest abilities in life is your ability to create. And that can be singing, that can be dancing, that can be painting, that can be doing pottery, playing guitar, playing piano. It's your ability to let that God part of you come out. And I'm with Kyle and Hannah today, and you guys do some incredible music. And you've written some music, is that right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. For years.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
When did that start?
In 1996, I went to my first concert. It was
Okay.
a DC Top concert,
Yeah.
actually. And I quit the basketball team the next day, and I fell in love with music.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
How old were you then?
I think I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And Hannah, I think you love music too, don't you?
I do, very much.
Now, you're from Norway, is that
Yes,
right?
that's right.
So we know a number of the same words together. I really do some Norwegian. So you guys team up on a song here that you wrote. Tell me a little bit about the song.
Well, we wrote this. It's,
I knew that.
Yeah, basically 50-50.
Oh, that's cool.
We didn't intend on writing together. She actually hired me back in 2009. I run a PR company. She hired me to promote one of her songs on college radio, and we kept in touch over the past few years. And I'm not really sure how it evolved, but about 7 or 8 months ago, she hired me to produce her record, and we ended up here in Raleigh to record. And we just figured out that we write well together, and it's easy for us to write together, and that's kind of how it happened.
Now, does it just kind of flow out of you? Is that?
It's kind of hard to explain how it happens. It always, for me, it starts with an idea about something that has happened in my life. It's usually, I always write out of personal experience.
Yeah.
So it just starts with an idea, and then I just write out of that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the name of this song is
More Than Anything Else.
More Than Anything Else. So stay right there because you're going to hear it for the first time on television,
Hey, now.
More Than Anything Else.
I was afraid of you and everything else. And I was awake when you
scared to let you underneath my skin. I'm trying to hold back, but time's flying by, and for every day that passes, I realize that you really love me more than anything else. Here we go again. Half the night and we're at the bottom of this bottle. Our blood is thin. I'm letting go now, giving in to fear, and I'm losing all control. Let love do me in.
Won't be afraid to love you more than anything else.
I'm not afraid to love you more than anyone else.
Just when you thought there was no hope, there is hope.
I have not been able to lay down flat on my back in a year without pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, between a 7 and an 8.
Find out yourself with a consultation and a free test. Now it's your time. Call me at 790-1332.
It feels completely different. That's amazing.
Call 790-1332 to reserve your seat. Life. It's not as easy as it used to be. There's stress at every turn. And when you think that your bed would be a safe haven, you can't sleep. When you can't sleep, it leads to other problems in the body. Dr. Tim Weir, author of You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia, has put together a formula just for you. He's combined magnesium, vitamin D, potassium, and some other minerals that help you relax. Then he went one step further. He added MSM for joint health and stability. Now, those are all good, but what's more important is, how do you get them into the body? Pills oftentimes don't dissolve. How about a great lemon raspberry flavored drink? This is a powder that you add water to, and it begins to absorb immediately in the mouth. And you start feeling the changes sooner. Go online to www.relaxformula.com. That's www.relaxformula.com. Been in a car wreck? Perhaps just now you realize you're hurting in places you never hurt before. Muscle aches, stiffness in joints. Can't find a chiropractor that can help you? Look no further. Dr. Tim Weir is very experienced with car accident injuries. Weir Wellness will even accept a third-party lien and wait to be paid. Your car's being repaired, so should you. Call Weir Wellness now at 919-790-1332. Don't delay.
Listen, if you're one of those creative people and you're looking for an outlet, somebody who can take your work, something that's already in your heart that you want to get to other people, I'm at a great place. I'm at Soundtrack Studios with Chris Bedell. Chris, thank you for letting me come.
No problem.
So you've got an incredible studio here. Tell me a little bit about your background and how all this has come together.
Well, Soundtracks was founded in 1976 as a small kind of jingle studio. And then we moved to 5 Points off of Glenwood Avenue. And then we moved a little bit up the street to this location in the 90s and have been here ever since.
Wow. How long you been here?
I've been here for 2 years.
Oh, that's cool. Now, your official title is what?
I guess you could say audio engineer and producer.
Okay, so when somebody comes in and does a recording, I almost said record.
Well, those are coming back.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pull mine out of storage then. So when somebody comes in to do a project, you basically sit down with them and kind of put it together then? Is that what happens? Because if I wrote a song or something, I don't know anything about recording.
Sure.
So I'm going to come to you and you're going to just sit down with me and talk me through it, right?
Of course. Well, we deal with people of multiple skill levels. So if people just, have a piano or a guitar and they come in and they're like, I wrote this awesome song, we can try to provide them, find a backing band for them, other instruments that'll work with it. So that's kind of where the producing aspect comes in, where I'll listen to the song and I'll go, it would be really good here, an accordion, you know what I mean? And I'll try to find an accordion player, or something like that. But we also work with people who, bands that have fully produced their albums and they're ready to go, and I come in and I set up and I hit the button, and that's it. So, full range.
So out of all the stuff that you've done, I mean, you've done this now for 2 years. Some of your, can you say your favorites? Are there some moments that stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say recently the biggest thing that stood out to me is we had this choir come in that was actually from Kenya. And they recorded some kind of, indigenous 4-part harmony Kenyan music over original music that they composed themselves.
So you talked about having the Kenya choir with you. 30 people in this room?
30 plus people.
Really?
Yeah, there was actually 2 different sections. So we had choir A and choir B, and they would kind of take turns. So the whole studio was full, the hallway, studio B. It was pretty crazy, but we sectioned them up onto 4 different microphones for the 4 different choral voicings.
Right.
Soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. And we had the music pre-recorded on a keyboard, so the conductor would just play that back and conduct and sing and lead the choir. It was incredible.
Hey, if you're looking for a place, you got something in your heart, this is a good place to come. There's a good vibe here. There's just good feeling, so good energy.
We love what we do.
Thanks for letting me be here.
No problem.
Just high on life. I'm sorry, I really suck with names.